Hello, and welcome back at long last to Let's Play Alpha Protocol. We are starting our second run through as a veteran. Veteran has unique dialogues, it has some different choices, but most importantly it has an assload of AP. I mean, look at that. We already have Master Awareness. We haven't even started yet. We will always see the arrows. This is just... I don't even know what to do with the rest of this AP. Yeah, Shape Charge we're never actually going to use, because that sucks. Oh, Mike doesn't get hurt from his own devices. When the fuck do we ever use devices except EMPs? Never. We get some extra health. We get extra melee damage and some damage reduction. Yeah, screw the damage reduction. We're gonna upgrade our shotguns. Shotguns are good. We love shotguns. Kinda want to push that to rank 5, though. Yeah, screw it. Here's the opening movie again. If you haven't seen it before. I lied. I'm cutting out a lot of stuff.
If anyone is to blame for these events, Mr. Thornton, it is you. Alpha Protocol began here, after all.
Yep, we know he's the bad guy, as if we didn't know that at the beginning of the first playthrough. And here's Mike waking up yet again.
Where's my gear?
Got some different priorities now that we are a veteran. We don't care where we are, we want our stuff. I'd say that's quite appropriate.
Good, you're awake. I wasn't sure how long you'd be under. Those tranquilizers wore off fast.
Are hallucinations a side effect, or...
What?
Never mind. Just clearing my head.
The dose was pretty strong. I'm surprised you're even able to stand.
I don't think we've met...
Mina. And the static on the screen is interference, not the drugs.
Too bad. Static's a good look for you. So?
Thank you. If flattery's your only weapon, you'll need a gun. And fast.
Well, I don't want to wear out my welcome. All the more reason to leave.
And how do you propose to do that? You're locked in. There's a guard outside. Eventually he's going to come check on you.
Screw that.
And when he does...
I'll think of something.
Mike, the door's locked down. But you might be able to find a way to break the glass.
Yep, this is how a real man
In
breaks
case of
up.
emergency.
Bam.
That did it.
Guess Sleeping Beauty's had enough. That you, Mike? You just hold on. I'm sending some guards to tuck you
Looks like
back
he's brought
in.
the rest of his squad. A veteran like you should be able to handle it.
Yeah, that's not actually true. But there are 2 guards outside instead of 1 in a veteran run.
You need to shut off the alarm.
Yeah, blah blah blah.
The panel's on the wall. Do a bypass on it.
It's not like we're gonna throw more enemies at you, but it is a sign at the start that there will be changes to the levels.
Mike, careful. They probably have a guard in the lobby.
And I'm being more liberal about talking over this stuff since most of it we've heard before. I mean, this is the tutorial dialogue doesn't change that much.
Interesting.
Strangling guys doesn't change that much, but we wouldn't really want it to, would we?
It's on.
Yeah, let's put on a real skill instead of, ooh, overclock. That's real useful. Ugh. I hate the sabotage skill tree. But in general, this whole area is going to be a lot easier. We can just cruise through it.
Intriguing.
The main difference, really, between...
Watch out for cameras.
Oh my god,
If they
Nina,
spot
shut
you
up.
or you destroy them,
We
they'll
know what
sound an
cameras
alarm.
are. They look at you. They have a very obvious cone of sight. You just have to walk outside of it. Ugh. Anyway, the main difference, aside from a couple extra guys in some levels, are the unique dialogues we're going to hear several of. Unfortunately, I think I screwed myself out of the perk for using all veteran dialogue by just telling Mina off, and later on I'll be telling someone else off. Spoiler, it's Westridge. But it's not as good as the reward for being all recruit. All recruit gets you a straight chunk of AP outside of the leveling system, but the all veteran ones...
Almost gave me the slip. Now we
Yeah,
got you.
shut up. The all veteran ones just gives you some experience. And we're going to get so much experience and have so much AP at the end of this, it won't freaking matter. I mean, we're still going to get to level 20-something. Being veteran doesn't change the experience curve at all. What's the difference if we get there slightly faster?
Any sign of our new arrival?
No sign of him yet.
Careful, Mike. Truck coming in. And guards at the exit. Try to stay out of sight if you can.
Now, this area is exactly the same. There's one guy you can knock out, you walk behind the other guy, and you're home free. Now, I would say the veteran-only dialogues are more significant later on, but in some ways they're not. There is one significant part in one of the hubs. I did mention in the last run at the Moscow hub, no, it was the Taipei hub, the mission where we first met Albatross, bugging devices, bugging their servers. There is a third option you can do between keeping the bugs in place or being friendly with him and shutting them off. You don't have to be a veteran to do it. And really, there aren't many places in the game where being a veteran helps out. There is one significant place, though. I'm going to show that off.
End of the line, Mike. Give it up.
I'm going to show that off. It's going to be part of misogynist Mike. We're going to do our best to kill as many of the romantic options as we can.
All right, Mike, that's enough.
That's enough? I think that's my line. What the hell's going on? Why did you drug me?
We need to get the location of this
And
facility
here we've got some
confidential,
veteran options, so I'm going to shut up
especially if
for
you
now.
get kidnapped and questioned.
Wouldn't be the first time, and I don't talk, which you should already know from my record.
Fair enough.
You did read my file, didn't you? I assumed you'd done your homework.
To me, it's just a lot of numbers and papers. So why don't you and I just talk a bit instead, all right? I'll form my own opinions.
So this is all part of the orientation?
Yep. I'm gonna ask you some questions, run you through some more tests, then you and I can talk. Face to face. That make you feel better?
You should already have everything you need. All I need is a weapon and the target.
And that answers exactly why you and I are gonna have a little chat right now. I've been reading and rereading your dossier. I barely got through it. Puts war and peace to shame.
Then let's make this quick and save us some time.
Fair enough. If you gain more experience in the field, you may want to specialize further. But we can leave that until you've got some missions under your belt. That's it. Now I'm going to let you out of the pen here and meet the rest of the crew.
There's more of you?
I'm unique. So's the rest of the staff. They all have their little quirks, but that's what makes them perfect for the job. They'll be running you through the basics of weapons, gadgets, and espionage tactics. When you're cleared on the basics, come find me for your assignment. I won't lie to you, Mike. It's a big one, and dangerous. But I think you're the man for the job. Make the rounds. I'll see you soon.
Getting sick of this Wizard of Oz bullshit. Alright, let's get through these tests.
Look, we already leveled up. My god. So we buy the max rank of shotguns now. Now we've got all this other stuff to fill out. And I know there was some support in the thread for doing shotguns and assault rifles. I'm going to try to work some assault rifles in, but I kind of already went over the pros and cons of an assault rifle. I wanted to show off the shotgun more, but I'm sure we're going to have so much AP before the end of the Saudi Arabia hub that we'll have maxed everything.
Oh, big ass screen.
No weapons past this point.
There's a little optimization I want to show off as soon as my camera will reorient itself. And just for a change, we're going to run through the tutorials in the opposite direction. And
You probably want to change. Go on. Your gear's
no,
in the
you really
lockers.
don't want to change. And the reason you don't is because Parker's little espionage tutorial goes a lot better when you're wearing the dock scrubs, which have the sound dampening 5,
You might want to take it a
same
little
as
easy.
casual attire, versus your gear, which will only have a sound dampening of 3. So it's a lot easier to go through that unmolested if you stay in your little scrubs. Most of these emails are the same, but the new member one had a change
Easier when you escape next time.
based on being a veteran as opposed to a recruit. And now we're going to go talk with Parker. We're going to skip the actual portion of the tutorial. We've already seen it, but I'm keeping the conversation intact.
This is a restricted area. The vending machines are down the hall and to the right.
Alan Parker, I'm here for espionage orientation, so let's not waste time.
You're Thornton, Westridge's candidate for the job.
I thought I said let's not waste time. Any other facts you want to spill, or can we get to it?
Very well. So, orientation. You are familiar with the premise of an obstacle course, I assume?
I topped the Academy speed record by 5 seconds. Any other questions?
Excellent. And this will be quick. Up the ladder is the training area. The first test is navigating through the environment without being detected. Following that, you'll be facing live challenges against the agents here.
All right, I'm on my way. Hope this course is ready, because I'm not taking any prisoners.
Fine. Sooner you're through, sooner we can both get back to work.
What's the deal with the security panel?
It secures the entrance. If you're as capable as Westridge says, then you should have no trouble hacking it and gaining access to the course. Clock's ticking.
Great.
Yep.
Your score is based on several factors. Sorting the numbers now.
Yep, those sure are some numbers that I did. Yeah. I don't know what I'm trying to show off, but let's just go on with it.
Outstanding. Well above average, especially for a trainee. Okay. Do you want to run it again?
No, I don't think so.
Very well, I'll log the results. Westridge can complete your evaluation once you finish the other tests.
That it? If that's the worst you can throw at me, then it shouldn't be hard to prove myself.
Course not enough of a challenge for you?
Not particularly. I mean, I guess it's good for the desk jockeys, but...
Then I have an assignment for you. This one won't be logged.
What? You mean like a covert training op? Aren't you guys carrying orientation too far?
Nothing about Alpha Protocol is orientation, Agent Thornton, despite the semantics. The penalty for getting caught, however, won't be a poor score. It'll be detention. So, are you up for it or not?
Well, I'm up for it. Let me see what you need. You want me to head back to the medical center? Why?
Because he's a douche.
What's the file name?
Jacob.
Why use this algorithm to encrypt it? That's like putting an electric fence around a dog kennel.
Your metaphor notwithstanding, the file contains the location of this facility, something people would pay dearly to have. Thus, the encryption. Not only will this be a much more practical use of your talents, but I think you'll be curious to see where in the world you're going to be sent.
Sounds like fun, actually.
We'll see. Westridge gets, angry with people that bend the rules.
Fair enough.
And we're skipping this as well.
Did you do as I asked?
Got the data, no problem.
I'll download it from your PDA. Were you seen?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, well, then that'll have to be sufficient.
Now that you have this file, anything you can tell me about my real assignment?
You go into the Middle East to recover stolen prototype missile technology. Your probability of success is in the lower 20th percentile.
Wait, I'm going to the Middle East?
I've downloaded intel onto your PDA. That should prove useful when you reach your destination.
Well, thanks. I appreciate it, Parker.
We're exchanging favors, Agent. We're even. And that's an important lesson in our line of work.
So when am I shipping out?
After you finish your orientation with Westridge, it's customary for him to outline, in his slow and plodding way, his expectations for you. Then he'll send you to fetch, like a good dog.
So you get to stay in the kennel, then?
Yes. An apt comparison, Agent. And if I were you, I would relish my time on the outside for as long as possible.
All right.
Was there anything else?
Intelligence analyst, huh? Find any yet?
Excuse me?
Intelligence, I mean.
Ah, humor.
Fine. That joke killed at graduation.
It's no joke. The smallest event, if analyzed
Yeah,
incorrectly,
blah,
can
blah,
have great
butterfly effect.
repercussions.
We get it.
Like butterfly wings sparking a tornado? That kind of thing?
Spare me the butterfly cliche.
No, I refuse.
Guerrilla actions, nuclear
We
tests,
spare no
exposing a corrupt
butterfly
politician, the
cliches
rise
here,
in
Mr.
grain prices,
Parker.
and... Yes, the downing of an airliner in the Middle East. All of these things have the potential to create larger catastrophes.
Okay.
Your haircut.
Controlling the repercussions of these events, getting agents the information they need to put fires out before they rage out of control, that is my job.
So, what, you're like a political fortune teller? I thought economists had the market cornered.
Yes, it's a numbers game. But decisions must be made quickly. If the decisions are solely reactive or passive, well, then you operate at a disadvantage.
So sometimes you create events.
For political equilibrium, yes, at times. At other times, to give America an economic advantage.
I thought we were mostly mission-driven.
We are. But even you will see the effect that even seemingly minor interactions have on the structure of a mission. Carry the logic one step up, and it shouldn't be hard for you to grasp.
Or I can just screw you.
That's all I wanted to ask. Hope I didn't take up much of your time.
You did, but it was productive, I hope. Agents rarely take the time to listen to an analyst's perspective.
Anyway, me and my economics degree are not happy with Thornton's little crack. Anyway, now we're going to put on our gear so we don't walk into Mina looking like an idiot. And for my veteran look, I kind of go back and forth between the 5 o'clock shadow and the groomed beard. And of course, a veteran wears a beret at all times. And sunglasses at all times. Yep, I'd say we look like an action hero sort of pseudo character. Yep, that's what we're going to be doing as a veteran.
Orientation's not mandatory. You can turn around and go back to Westridge right now. Although that might make him upset.
Oh no, wouldn't want to upset Westridge. No, screw that. We're going to Mina first.
Hello? Anybody shooting in here?
Agent Thornton. Hello.
Hey. Hey, you're the one I spoke to when I woke up in the medical bay. Glad that wasn't a hallucination.
What? Everyone loves
May have
gelato.
Do you remember my name? Or do I need to write it down for you?
You're Mina Tang, the weapons specialist.
You've heard of me already.
I like to know the names of everyone around here who carries firearms, other than the guards. It's a quirk I have.
I see. But let's get down to the task at hand. I'm here to run you through the weapons training and test your accuracy.
Any parameters to this test, and what firearms do you supply?
Assault rifle, pistol, submachine guns. The works.
Shotgun?
That too. For the close quarter exercise.
Any special ammo?
You're thorough.
It's why I was recruited, and it's also why I'm alive today. Now, are we using special ammo or not?
Not for this exercise.
Fine. We ready?
Just head through the door to the firing range, and I'll keep in contact with you over the earpiece. Head over to the table, get your weapons, and we can begin.
Man, veteran Mike,
Good, Mike.
is a
I'm
douche to
logging the
Mina,
results
but
now.
she still gets turned on
All
by
right.
it.
Is somebody out on the course?
Darcy. He's trying to beat your time.
Darcy? Who the hell is that?
Our tech instructor. Very insecure.
If he does, then I'll just run the course again. I don't give up that easily.
I gathered that.
But he's supposed to be stationed in the tech area, right? Why is he in here instead of at his post?
As soon as he knew you were talking to me, Mike, he was in here in a second, in case he saw you as a challenge for my affections. It's like a cage match with you boys.
I guess I'll need a wrestling name for the upcoming match then.
I'll see if I can think of something.
No need. Thornton is already vaguely Norse, and heavy-handed enough for most people. How did I do on the course?
Yep, we killed it on the course.
That's one of the most impressive scores I've seen. With that in mind, you did so well, I'm wondering if you'd be up for something more challenging. A bonus round.
This course is a joke. Did you scale it down for that jackass? I could walk the rest of the way.
Jackass? Now I'm hurting.
So will Darcy. Did I mention we don't use live rounds? They still sting, though.
I'm listening.
Go in there, and if you can hit Darcy where it counts, that'd be worth a recommendation in my report. And worth some rep with Westridge. And it'd be earned.
Sure, sounds good. Any preference on weapon?
These targets are pretty easy for someone to hit. Thornton could have aced this thing blind.
Give me the gun.
And you'll notice I did not skip this.
Let's start with the
because
pistol again. Don't worry.
why would we
We're
not
using tranquilizer rounds,
show
so you
another
won't be doing
critical
any
dick
lasting
shot?
harm to your targets. Besides, turnabout
Oh my
is
god,
fair
Mina,
play.
shut up.
They drugged you, so
So yeah, now we're gonna shoot a man we've never met in the dick.
That wasn't as much fun as I'd hoped.
all right, you're all done. Head on back.
Alpha Protocol, teaching you to shoot men in the dick for... I don't know, how many years has it been since this came out?
All right, let's see here. Well done. Critical hit. I don't think I have to worry about Darcy coming by again.
Anything else I can do?
No, Agent Thornton. Mission accomplished. If you haven't seen Westridge yet, you may want to pay him a visit after all the training is done. You've certainly aced this exercise.
So yeah, that was, what, +5 with Mina, just from veteran options and shooting Darcy in the dick? And now, let's go meet Darcy and see how he responds to being shot in the dick.
About time you got here. Guess you were too busy laughing it up from the weapons range, huh? You got me good there.
You entered the range and gave the challenge, Darcy. I'm not gonna back down from something like that. I hope that's not gonna be a problem.
Not at all, Mikey. You're absolutely right. We're both professionals.
Good. Then you'll start by calling me Mike or Agent Thornton. But if you call me Mikey again, I'll knock you right on your professional ass.
All right, Mike. Mike. No harm meant. I'm glad you finally showed up. Thought you might have gotten lost on the way here. Or were too busy beating up some more guards.
Neither. Just surveying the area, actually. Checking out the facility.
Yeah, sure. Oh, by the way, not a good idea. Hitting the guards, I mean. The ones here have a lot of time on their hands, and that means a lot of time to hold grudges.
I'll keep that in mind, but I wasn't expecting to be drugged and attacked.
A good agent's ready for anything, Mikey. But enough chit-chat. We got a lot of work ahead of us. Well, you do. I'm mostly here as an observer.
And a douche.
I'll be doing your evaluation, too.
What's that out there? A used car lot?
A target range for you. For me, more like a shooting gallery. Head out the door there and we'll get started.
All right, then.
And it's like jerk-on-jerk action between these two.
So, Mikey, you did all right on the basic run.
Yep, we got it.
You know, that performance wasn't half bad. Almost as good as my record. How about we up the stakes? Take this to the big leagues.
What do you have in mind?
A really stupid exercise.
All right, me and the
easy
guards,
to cheese,
who you already
that's
met
what.
when you woke up, pooled our petty cash. And we'd like to make you a little bet.
All right. I'm listening.
It's a rematch. On our terms. It's simple. Disable all the alarms and escape the area in the time provided. And you take home the winnings. If you lose, you'll owe us. Got it?
Sounds good to me.
Just head into the range and we'll get to it, Mikey.
All right, then. Tell your team to get ready.
Yep, we skipped this too.
And there's the alarm again. There you go.
10 minutes.
Getting sick of hearing them anyway. Thought they might have you for a second. Guess I was wrong. All right, head on up and I'll call someone in to clean up the course. And the
And
bodies.
there's level 2.
Pretty thorough. Made a real mess of things. In a good way.
That's all I need. See you in the field, Darcy.
If you say so, Mike.
I already have more AP to spend. Look at all the stuff I've maxed out already. There's Iron Will, a new skill we'll be getting and possibly using. Gives us some damage reduction, some bonus health. Unfortunately, when the duration runs out, so does the bonus health. So for now, we'll get some martial arts. And some endurance recharge. So yeah, we're 12 AP away from maxing both of those out, and we already have 2. So at level 3, we'll have maxed out everything but 2 weapon skills. And that stays maxed out until we finish Saudi Arabia, so I'm gonna be investing in assault rifles.
You guys must have spent a fortune on the TVs in this place.
You all done?
You tell me.
Now you're learning. I have to admit I was worried whether we'd be able to keep you here after you woke up in medical. You gave our staff a run for its money.
I can't let you train me if I don't put you through the paces, too.
Fair enough. It'll be a good excuse to up the morning drills around here. Looks like you did well on the tech portion of the test. Very well. Past Darcy's bitching, there's some real compliments in here if you look at the numbers.
Mina's report on your weapon skill was impressive. In fact, I think you outperformed many other guards, and it's your first day.
She's a good teacher.
She is, and she has a good eye for potential. I'll let her know your opinion. And here's a surprise, a positive evaluation from Parker. On the number side as usual, but he actually took the time to write a sentence.
He did? What was the sentence?
You may have been right about this one, Westridge. For Parker, that's high praise, assuming you don't let us down, Mike. Looks like that's it for the physical evaluation. Now for the hard part. Tell me why you're here. Not everyone gets chosen for this line of work, but you volunteered. Usually we have to ask.
I guess I'm an adrenaline junkie. And the women, of course.
I'm not sure we need a cowboy.
You need someone, or I wouldn't be here.
What makes you think you're ready? Because I tell you, we get a lot of recruits in here, and you're not convincing me.
I think I'd like to cut through this bullshit and get to the mission.
In good time. Even vets like yourself could benefit by what I'm about to tell you.
I just
Beyond
got
the
veteran
guns,
perk,
tech,
so
and
never
sneaking
mind.
around in the dark, there's one last part of this job that nobody else here quite gets.
I'm listening.
Good. Because listening is a large part of it. The way you talk to people, your attitude. That's what we're going to discuss now.
I'd rather skip the pep talk and get started.
Fair enough. Meet me in the command center, and I can give you a proper mission briefing.
Good. Because I'm sick of this room.
Trust me, Mike. If it was up to me, you'd never see this interrogation cell again.
Yeah, I've got to say, when I first heard the voice actor for Westridge as a grumpy orc librarian in Skyrim, I had to laugh. And yet it seems so appropriate.
Recognize him?
That's Sheikh Ali Shahid, the voice of Al-Samad. They say he was responsible for shooting down that airliner in the Middle East.
Yeah, he got his hands on some prototype Halbeck technology. A missile with a multi-stage targeting system called Jacob's Ladder. That airliner was his first target.
Specs and shadiness of this whole thing aside, how did Shahid get his hands on that missile?
Missiles. He's got more. He stole them from Halbeck, and we need them back before he gets any more trigger-happy. Then we want you to kill him.
You know where he is?
No, but that'll be part of your mission in the Middle East. Find the missiles, then find him and take him out.
You don't want him taken alive?
If he cooperates, sure, bring him in. On the off chance he tries to kill you, then put a bullet in his head.
I'll put my years in charm school to use.
All right, then, pack your gear. You're heading to Saudi Arabia.
Not coming with me?
I'll be there in spirit, and on video and radio when needed, Agent.
And I just got here. Oh, well, I'm gonna miss this place.
I doubt it. I'll contact you when you reach Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, I'm sure Murderous Mike is going to try to arrest Shahid. Anyway, I've been trying to do the suave speech options when veteran's not there to obviously build toward killing Marburg in Rome. In Rome. That's going to be another part of Murderous Mike. And in the meantime, we'll go visit our interrogator.
Care to explain how Halbeck lost its missiles?
Old news. An accounting error.
The missiles. You didn't lose them, did you?
Angry, Mr. Thornton? Because of what happened in Saudi Arabia?
No, I'm angry because you're wearing this god-awful shirt and tie.
Mike, can you read me? I'm getting lots of
Whoops,
interference.
too much interference.
I think I can figure things out from here, sir.
What? Wait.
Yep, there's a perk for hanging up on people enough times, and we are gonna get it. Because we are asshole murdering Mike. Who's also a misogynist, because we're gonna kill as many love interests as we can. I don't know how many we'll get to sleep with. But we're certainly going to kill a lot. I think you can sleep with 3 at most before killing them all. That if you want to sleep with all 4, somebody's got to live. That makes me unhappy. All these emails are basically the same as before. In fact, they're exactly the same as before. So we'll skip straight to what constitute new gear here. As before, we start with a operations starter stealth armor and some utility armor. I'm not quite sure which way to go on the armor front, because it's still handy to be able to sneak. And it's not like we use gadgets, so we need the extra gadget slots, because we don't. So all we'd really be getting from it is the upgrade slots and the extra endurance. But also as a veteran, we start with extra cash, and extra cash is always nice. I went ahead and bought all the intel for all the Saudi missions we have available right now. As you can see, we have gotten a camouflage beret. It is now red, so that we hide in the sand better. Because there's certainly nothing blood red in the sand that's not naturally there. We got our printed circuitry. I'm going to throw on pistol and shotgun. And throw on our silencer. For some reason I didn't get the reflex sights yet. Maybe I'm just forgetting that I get it in Saudi Arabia, but I was pretty sure I started with them. Yep, get rid of that crappy SMG, put on our shotgun, which unfortunately starts with just that one mod. Really, who cares about recoil for a shotgun, though? And here are all our crappy gadgets. So that's basically it. We've got our 3 missions again. To bug the Al-Samad airfield, intercepts the weapon shipment at Jizan, or track down Nasri. But we're going to start with Nasri because it gives us an opportunity to murder someone.